Relying on an outside source to tell you what is happening in your body is one of the lowest forms of allowing your free will to be taken from you. How can one move through the world with zero awareness or sensitivity to what the body is asking for? This must be reconciled. Understanding how your cells work is part of the next stage of evolution in human development. They know their part to play in the cosmic dance, from birth all the way through to the transition into the next plane of existence. They do respond to your commands, if only one knows how to speak their language. The different selves that are in you, they do not wish to change. Evolution is understood by them as the dying of them, the seed, the sprout, and even the flower. They do not fear the evolution, and even when the beauty of the flower drops, and in its place there is a fruit, there is no mourning the loss of the petals. There is only rejoicing, a celebration of new life. This is the opportunity that is available to all humanity. Hello, everyone. My name is Alunya. I am an Akashic channeler and psychospiritual healer, and I channel a variety of beings. This current video that you're going to see is me channeling 3 beings that came through. They call themselves the 3 guides, and they are initiates or teachers of the Kybalion as well as other Hermetic wisdom. And they are going through a series really with me around the different principles in the Kybalion, of which there are 7. And this is the second one in that list, the Principle of Correspondence. So they talk about that and shed basically their perspective on the importance of this principle as it pertains to humanity currently. So I hope that you enjoy it. It was very interesting to experience, and I have gone back and listened to it, and I'm still unpacking things from it. There was a lot in this transmission. So I would love to hear your own experience with it as the days go on and just upon first listen. So please do share below. And just to announce, on Monday, April 8th, we are having our second live Q&A. I am so excited for it. There are several questions that didn't get answered last time. I am hoping to be able to answer more this time. We will see what time allows for. But that is coming up on Monday, April 8th at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The link is here and will also be down below in the description. So I hope to see you there. You can go to my website to register. I hope that you enjoy this video and get as much from it as I have been. And again, I would love to hear your experience. You guys all help so much with my own unpacking of this information, and making connections and listening to your synchronicities is really meaningful for me. So I look forward to reading your comments below. There is much to be said on the principle of correspondence. As above, so below. As below, so above. This principle relates to human evolution as well as the evolution of the universe and cosmos as a whole. Every piece of evolution that takes place in every particle of every being affects the greater whole. There is a grand cosmic dance that takes place between every microscopic particle and every piece of the large fragments that make up the entirety of the cosmos. It is wondrous and can only be seen and fully understood from the higher planes of existence. This is not our focus for today, but is worth mentioning as it gives a higher perspective to understand the great cosmic game and dance and part that each one of you plays here on Earth. Within your own being, there are pieces of evolution taking place each and every day, if you so choose it. There are those of you who, upon awakening, choose to look at each part of their life as a lesson. They choose to see each interaction as something to be contemplated, to be understood or perceived from a higher understanding. This allows the being to look at their life not only from the human view, but from a higher place, a higher plane. The boundaries of energetic planes and dimensions have blurred substantially over the years that humans have grown in their understanding and consciousness. It has happened quite quickly and was always known that it would be rather fast. Compared to many beings, humans are unique. They move in certain ways energetically that are unlike other beings in the cosmos, and yet their understanding of what is considered to be basic or fundamental is very low in many ways. The call now is for each individual to raise their awareness and frequency to such a state that they are able to see themselves and the whole from a different plane. This is the purpose today. Understanding the individual life and the individual view from a cosmic perspective, a macrocosmic perspective. What is happening in the body of each one of your cells? We must begin in the microcosm to fully understand what is beyond. Each one of your cells hums, vibrates, dances in its own unique way, performing various functions through your body and in your being, completely unaware that you are to these functions. These beings, these cells, continue to perform their duties beyond any conscious thought on your part. It does not require mental energy for you to understand what is happening in your cells. It does not require studying or any form of mental aptitude in order to tell your cells what to do and how to perform various functions. They simply do it. They know their part to play in the cosmic dance, in the cosmic order of things. They carry on with their work, with their life's work, helping your body, moving various parts of your body, bringing in and excreting waste products. They are the building blocks. They are what keep you alive. They are what allow you to experience different aspects in the earth plane. And yet, to most, they are mysterious. They are not commonly studied in your schools. In fact, they are very much misunderstood. Cells are able to perform and behave in a multitude of ways that is not yet understood by most humans. They do respond to your commands, if only one knows how to speak their language. This is one of the most advanced forms that can be done in the human plane, to control the cells in one's body, an advanced technique indeed. However, through meticulous study, contemplation, and understanding, one is able to do just that. Beyond this, there is a higher understanding that when attuning oneself to the higher planes of existence, it is not necessary to understand the language of the cells, for you have chosen to tap into the universal language. And from this place, you simply think what you would like to have happen, and your cells respond thusly. It would be inappropriate for us to say that this is an easily achieved state, for it is not. It takes determination and a massive amount of willpower. There is also a certain level of basic understanding that must be had in order for this to be truly successful. And we would be remiss if we did not mention it. Understanding how your cells work, understanding what role they play, and what dance you would like them to perform is part of the next stage of evolution in human development. Relying on an outside source to tell you what is happening in your body is one of the lowest forms of allowing your free will to be taken from you. Understanding the health, the status, and state of your being is absolutely fundamental to all sovereignty. How can one move through the world with no understanding of what is happening inside? with zero awareness or sensitivity to what the body is asking for. This must be reconciled. Humanity must be brought into a place where they fully understand the phases that are taking place in their human body, from birth all the way through to the transition into the next plane of existence. Throughout that time, various phases can be experienced based upon the soul contracts as well as the vibrational state of the being. Currently, the vibrational states of most beings are appearing in dis-ease. There is a high rate of stress on the planet and therefore on the bodies of the people who inhabit it. This high rate of stress creates incoherence, and when humans do not understand states of incoherence and states of coherence, they are not able to bring themselves back into harmony. This is part of the reason why so many of you are being called to listening to transmissions such as this. There is a harmonious resonance that comes through, and this rings in your being of truth. This allows different parts of your being to reawaken, to come back online. You are able to experience the higher planes without all the work that it takes to bring yourself there. You are able to feel the vibration that is present in those planes through the transmissions of others. This allows your body to recalibrate to a different way of being. This allows your body and your mind to understand at a deeper level. The stress in the body must be brought into balance. The stress in the mind must be brought into harmony. There is no right way or a beginning that is correct, but both must be brought into harmony if humanity is to continue on its evolutionary path. Where will you begin? Where is your soul or heart leading you to begin? Is there massive amounts of disharmony in your body? How are you eating? How are you drinking? How are you sleeping? These basic needs must be brought into a harmonious balance if the body is to move into higher planes of existence, which is also how the being, how you take in higher levels of information. It is not possible to understand high vibrational transmissions to their fullest degree if your body is not in a state to receive them. This is why age-old techniques have been to fast, to remove waste products, to take away from the body that which it normally strives to reach for, the basic functions, keeping the body alive. When it is risen above, when basic instinct is released, the body is able to receive transmissions of a much higher vibrational degree. Is this what your body is craving? Is this where you need to turn your attention or focus? Or is it in the mind? The mind so easily is lodged with debris. The mind gets so easily clogged, stagnant. The mind is where stagnation breeds the most easily. The different selves that are in you, they want to rest. They want to stay in the same state. They do not wish to change. They do not wish to evolve. Evolution is understood by them as the dying of them. When the seed opens, the sprout emerges. Soon thereafter, the flower. The seed, the sprout, and even the flower, they do not fear the evolution. They do not wish to be anything but what they are. They know there is far more beyond than what they have experienced previously. And even when the beauty of the flower drops, and in its place there is a fruit, there is no mourning the loss of the petals. There is only rejoicing at the fruit, a celebration of new life. And what emerges from there is even more life. This is the opportunity that is available to all humanity. Through the mind, the evolution of the entire being can take place. It is only through the quieting, the controlling of the mind that this can happen. If the body is in charge of the mind, or if the egoic selves are in charge of the mind, evolution cannot take place, or it will be slowed at the very least. There are many ways that lead to the path. Each being has their own way to get there, if they choose to seek it. Just as all streams and rivers lead to the same ocean, so too do all ways lead to the same path, if only the seeker is open to receiving the real truth of the path, rather than being hung up on dogmatic viewpoints or, again, egoic attachments to truths. If one is continuously open to the truth, continuously open to receiving and taking in the truth in its highest form, with no attachment or a need to hold on to the truth as it is understood moment by moment, then the seeker will continually find their way to the path and ultimately to the real truth, the truth of all. And only in that state can the seeker hope to evolve to a greater plane of existence. This is what all masters have offered on the earth plane and beyond, a way to the truth. In order for the first law to be put to good use, one must be aware of the mental state, as has been mentioned previously. As above, so below. As below, so above. The higher planes cannot reach you if there is chaos in your being, whether it be physical or mental. The higher planes and truth cannot enter you if there is an egoic attachment or judgment being bared like a weapon, cutting down any possibility to truth entering. Truth is taken in through whispers and like small sips of a sacred drink. It is not meant to be downed all in one gulp, surging through your body, causing discomfort. This is not the way we offer. It is through small sips that truth can be fully digested and taken in. Each one of you knows your capacity. How much can you take in at one time? Who can you take it in from at one time? Teachers shift throughout your life. And yet, so long as those teachers are truly, faithfully pointing to the one path, you will be led to it. Allow yourself the twists and turns that arrive. Always being vigilant of your mental, emotional, and physical state. If you wish for the pureness of spirit of being to come through you, you must make yourself pure. In the sense that there are no egoic attachments that you are unaware of. This is not about the killing off of different parts of yourself. This is about the awareness of the many different parts of yourself. This is about the awareness of different parts of your body that are calling out for attention. How will you care for and tend to these parts? There is a softness that is needed for humanity at this time. And yet, still there is the call for a strong will. You must have both if you are to tread the way and find yourself on the path. There is more to be said about this principle of correspondence. This concludes this transmission. In love to all. Thank you all so much for being here. My energy stays with me. Your energy stays with you. May you remember your magic today.